Hello there, my very good friends. On this wrestling news video, we're going to tell you the most insane WWE bullying story I've ever heard.
Speaking of insane, got some crazy law on Bray Wyatt and Charles Manson.
Tony Khan wanted Devon Dudley to wrestle for AEW.
And I'll tell you the real reason Jelly Roll lost at SummerSlam. I'm Adam Wilborn.
I'm Andy H. Murray. The H stands for habanero.
Ooh, spicy.
I've used that one like 12 times.
Good stuff. Well, there's some spicy news today, because this is the after news.
All right, do you want to hear a frankly insane bullying story from WWE?
Yeah, I've seen the headline of this and gone, excuse me?
This is mental. I did not expect to see this today, but yeah. So, who was bullying Big E in WWE? Have a guess. Have a guess out there. Have a guess. Have a guess in the world, right? Big E's a large dude.
Yeah.
These are the clues in the name.
Undertaker, Kane.
Yes.
I'm thinking of people that might
someone
be
big,
bigger than
tall,
him.
big, scary.
Braun Strowman, people like that.
And like Big E's like a really nice, like everyone loves him and stuff. So like, what kind of menace would do this?
Sticking their finger in his chest, I don't like you.
So we're looking for somebody who is huge, scary, intimidating, and a menace.
Yeah.
Hornswoggle is the answer. So he was telling this story on What's Your Story?
I mean, it is a great story. Good for the podcast.
Yeah, he just said he used to bully Big E to breaking point. Hornswoggle. Dylan, man, what's going on?
Yeah. Friend of the channel, supposedly.
Two friends of the channel bullying each other. What's going on? Well,
it's one-way bullying.
Yeah.
And not the way you'd expect, probably.
Shall I read you the story?
Please,
I'm just going to read you the quotes, friends. I bullied Big E a lot. Good start. I always bullied Big E. I wasn't bullied growing up. I'm very thankful for that. I wasn't bullied in WWE. People didn't want to mess with Finlay. That's just why. Yeah, I wouldn't mess with Finlay, to be fair. So I was just like the closet bully at sometimes. Big E, writing, I poked and prodded, and he actually texted Woods and Kofi, I don't know if I can put up with Dylan anymore. He just keeps bullying me. He won't stop. So they were finally like, just put him in his place.
Right.
Kofi and Woods said, sort on swoggle out, Big E. I can't imagine Big E ever lashing out at anyone.
No.
He's so nice. We were walking into a building. I was bullying him that day, and he just walked in behind me, and he booted me from the backpack. Boom! He used the word boom. And I, as Kofi describes it, Superman. And I landed right on my face. And my backpack hit, and Big E didn't even say a thing. So
imagine you saw that. Like you're at like a bellhop or something. Hello there. Oh.
Hornswoggle Supermaning. Whoa! He said, I literally got up, I look at Kofi and go, breaking point? He goes, yeah, I think that was his breaking point. And I literally walked up and said, yeah, I deserved that. And he goes, oh yeah, you did. So it sounds like this ended quite good-natured, right? Yeah. Like it sounds that they just went, yeah, okay, I deserved it. This is really funny. You imagine Big E kicking Hornswoggle.
And also, what's he done? Like, presumably it's not like, I don't know, kicking one foot so it hits the other and you trip up a little bit in terms of bullying. I assume it's mental torture, let's say, which obviously isn't a good thing, and there's a dark history of bullying in WWE. This feels a little bit more lighthearted the way he's talking about it.
Yeah, I mean,
it's just a little, he's just poking at him, saying, oh, you've never won the world title. I don't know, whatever it might be.
Yeah, I hope it was like that, and I hope no one was made to feel like shoot miserable about it.
I hope they're friends now.
But the image of Big E kicking Hornswoggle and Hornswoggle going, wee! It's really funny. It's crazy. It's crazy.
Like you say, we're lucky enough to be friends with both these people. I've met Dylan in Las Vegas on I think a couple of occasions, and he's a loving man who's got great stories.
I'm a Hornswoggle guy, man. Like he's fun, man. He's fun. WLC is one of the greatest matches of all time.
But also, I can't at the same time imagine turning around, looking around that locker room when Hornswoggle was in it, and going, I'll tell you, he needs to be put in their place. Yeah. That guy.
Big E.
The nicest guy in wrestling.
Yeah. This guy needs to earn his stripes in this business.
Yeah.
What the hell? And also, if it was like timing wise, it would be interesting to know if it was like pre-New Day, right? Because obviously they're all really great friends. But like, were they riding together? I have no idea. Honestly, I have no idea. But yeah, Hornswoggle.
So that would be around the same time he punched AJ Lee in the tits, of course. accidentally, he was doing the thing and she was just there. It's, you know.
Yeah. What is life?
Is Big E turning into a heel? Wait a second.
I'm not gonna lie. This is one of my favourite stories we've ever aggregated. I think.
This might be story of the year.
Imagine that. Like every corner you go around, Hornswoggle's there ready to.
I'm gonna be at home later. I'm gonna be making tea or whatever, and I'm gonna start laughing. And my wife is gonna say, "Why are you laughing?"
Yeah.
And I don't think I can tell her why.
Hornswoggle seems like a really nice, like, fun guy to have a beer with.
He is.
He's probably got, like you say, I imagine his stories are insane. Oh. Like, this is mental. And Big E seems like a nice guy to have a coffee with.
Yeah.
Different vibes.
Like you say, most importantly, I hope everything's all right.
Yeah, I mean, I
think the fact that they're telling it means it is.
Yeah. I mean, Big E should do a funny interview about it now. He's a funny talker, too. Remember Goldberg? Slapping meat. Bumping meat.
Oh, God.
Love him.
Yeah, that's what they need. They need to get the two of them on a podcast together.
Yeah. Shall we send this news video down a more normal route?
Yeah, let's move on. Come on. Serious story now, guys. Because it's time to talk about the interactions between Bray Wyatt and Charles Manson. What? Yeah. So, former WWE writer Nick Manfredini on the Wrestling with Freddie podcast has revealed that Charles Manson, yep, that one, wanted to meet Bray Wyatt. So, the story goes that Wyndham's former teammate in college, that's how you say it, Wyndham's former teammate in college football was a prison guard at Charles Manson's prison. And apparently the guy showed Manson the Bray Wyatt promos and he was like, wow, I want to meet him. It was a whole thing. Mike Rotunda knew about it. He brought it up to somebody. There's no word as to whether it was Triple H or Vince, but obviously they went, no, we're not going to do that. They squashed the idea. It's a terrible idea. They were like, can we shoot a network special with Charles Manson? And then it was immediately squashed.
Can we shoot a network special with Charles Manson?
Would it have been a good story, but a bad idea? Bray Wyatt would probably have never seen TV again if we did that.
What the hell? I didn't realise that they would shoot a network special with Charles Manson.
Is it a compliment if Manson's like, pretty good promo, man, I want to meet you? Thank you?
I mean, look, he was a cult leader.
Yes.
And that was Bray Wyatt's character. Yeah. But I can see why he would be attracted to it. But this is mental. I mean, is this man still alive, Charles Manson?
I don't actually know.
I have no idea. What is this?
It's just what is today.
Yeah, I don't know. It feels like the most absurd stories ever.
He passed away in 2017.
Okay, right. I had no idea if he was still in prison or whatever. Yeah. This is just wild. Rest in peace, Bray Wyatt, man. Obviously, horrific, tragic ending to his story. And what kind of... How does the mind work to go, let's do a network special? Like, who came up with that?
I know, back in like let's say 2016 this happened or whatever. I know it was a weird time back then. Not that weird.
Yeah, we weren't that desperate for ratings.
Like, I get it. The cult character was hugely over back then, obviously. And it was sort of like the early days before they properly ruined it.
Yeah.
And he had to reinvent it, obviously. But, yeah, I love the idea of... Also, the weird thing of just like, hey, Charles, you seen this?
Yeah. Have you seen this wrestling vignette? Notorious murder guy. Have you seen this? This is so peculiar. This is so weird. Have you ever seen Once Upon a Time in Hollywood?
Oh, great story about Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. Yes, love it. We watched it one Christmas, myself, my wife and my family, and both my mum and my wife went, because obviously it's quite a, you got to just invest in it. Yeah. They were like, bored of this, going to bed. Me and my dad obviously stayed and watched it because it's amazing. And then telling them what happens towards the end of that movie was quite the eye-opener for them.
Yeah.
No spoilers.
It takes its time.
It's sensational, isn't it?
And it's like spending time in that world with the lads.
Brad Pitt's character is amazing.
The lads are tremendous all across the board.
Oh, DiCaprio's phenomenal too, isn't it?
He's a really good actor, DiCaprio. Sometimes doesn't get his flowers.
I think I read, correct me if I'm wrong, that elements of his breakdown, let's call it, in his trailer was kind of improvised when he couldn't remember his lines and stuff.
He just freestyled.
And they just went, Tarantino obviously just went, just have at it, see what we can make from it, and look what we got. Amazing.
What's the best Tarantino movie? I think Hateful Eight.
I've never seen Hateful Eight.
It's really good. It's like a 3-hour Western in one room, basically. It's great.
I think my favourite might genuinely be Django Unchained, but Inglourious Bastard. you're really hard to pick a bad one, really.
Yeah. They're mostly good. He's a bit of an edgelord. But,
He is,
but aren't we all? Like, no, not really. But yeah, great filmmaker.
Yeah, I'd rather talk about that than Charles Manson wanted to meet Bray Wyatt.
Yeah. So now the news video is going to take a turn for the slightly less unhinged. Let's talk about Let's talk about Devon Dudley and Tony Khan trying to get him to wrestle for AEW, according to Devon Dudley, of course. So Devon's been in the media a lot lately. He's been alleging some race-based mistreatment in WWE by somebody who it is not difficult to put the numbers together on. He has been talking about a bunch of different stuff and opening up in his career, and I love hearing people like open up and speak frankly and stuff like this. One final table. Of course, they just had the retirement match with the Hardy Boys. He's been speaking to Video Gamer about almost... I'll just read this stuff. I'll read what Devon said. Let's not twist his words. He was looking for a gig in AEW, basically. I was looking to become a producer. I wasn't looking to become a wrestler. And the only reason why my agent even contacted them was because of the fact that I left WWE and I still wanted to do an agent role. But my sons were there at the time, and I was going to try to do anything I could to help my sons out. So his sons are in a tag team that when they were in AEW, they were called TNT, and they were like the enhancement team. They were one of many like independent freelancers who were regularly brought in. They were used a lot in the pandemic.
Right.
Devon's boys. But he continued. I expressed to Tony that I didn't want to wrestle. He kept trying to push it. He would have loved me to go out there and maybe do a couple of things, maybe be a manager, maybe even do a 6-man match. And I told him, I said, if I do a 6-man, let me know right now. I'll be on the apron and the boys are going to do a lot of the work.
Yes.
Devon continued. I told him I didn't want to wrestle anymore, and he wasn't taking no for an answer. He couldn't get that through his head. He was like stringing me along, and even though I kept telling him I didn't want to wrestle, I was literally, when we had those meetings, really fresh off a back surgery. This man had very serious back surgery a few years ago. And wrestling was not an option at that time. Obviously, it's 2025. It's like 5 years later. Things change. He said, I really couldn't do it like that back then. It takes some time for your body to heal and to be able to do what you got to do after your back surgery. He keeps going, man. So basically, I kept emphasizing that I wanted to be a producer. I did not want to be a wrestler. I wanted to work behind the scenes, and he kept asking me if I wanted to wrestle and get back in the ring. And I'm like, dude, you're not listening. You're not getting what I'm saying. I don't want to wrestle. I just want to be a producer, Tony. Like Billy Gunn was doing for his sons, you know?
Yeah.
I've done everything in my career. I don't need that. Well, Billy Gunn beat Jay White, so, you know. I mean, come on. He just wasn't taking no for an answer. I've had 3 meetings with him, and all 3 were a bust. So there you go. For my one takeaway from this is that I love this new ass kicker image of Tony Khan that's come out in the image, right? Because the idea of Tony going, shut up about being a road agent, you're gonna wrestle for me, and then who was it that told the story about him coming into a locker room? Was it Jake Hager?
Hager, I think. Yeah.
He was like, Sting, you piece of trash, you're gonna be on a 6-man tag in the 0 hour. I love the idea of Tony Khan strong-arming people. Yeah.
So I will say, before I actually heard you reading the quote there, I went into this. I love Devon Dudley, but thinking,
I like Devon too.
Is this true? Yeah. The way he presents it sounds believable now. I'm kind of buying into it.
Tony banging his fists on the table. Listen up, Devon.
The idea like, Tony, I'd love to come in and be a producer. Sounds great. How about a match? No, Tony, I just want to be a producer. Great, a match it is.
And it's why obviously Devon did wrestle this year. Obviously his back is healed, and like I watched the match. It wasn't the Hardys match. Not quite my cup of tea, but ultimately I'm glad that he got a chance to go out on his own terms.
Yeah.
Right? He went through a table.
And he's a great, for a producer, a road agent or whatever, he is a great wrestling mind.
Good dude. Like the Dudley boys are a really important part of my childhood, and those matches with the Hardys and Edge and Christian.
Yeah.
And like, it's quite popular to on those these days, but I don't care. I love them. So
without him, we wouldn't have Batista. So
yeah, there you go. yeah. If it wasn't for the Reverend reaching out to the deacon.
Testify.
And I love Batista. Batista is like one of my 5 favorite WWE wrestlers ever. So, you know,
what a theme that is.
Very thankful.
With Xavier Woods on that one. But let us know if you think how true this is. Because like I say, I went in going, nah, that's
I love
true.
this stuff though. Like I want more vets telling wild stories.
Yes.
Man. Let's get back to those days, man. Let's get back to those days. Remember shoot interviews? obviously the guy who made a lot of those shoot interviews. We could do without him.
Oh yeah,
in the modern.
I forgot about that
yeah,
part.
yeah. We can get rid of him.
But some of those stories, yeah.
But
You're
yeah.
like, oh, you wouldn't tell that in 2025.
Yeah,
But do
old
it.
school shoot interviews, burying people, cutting people, killing people. Maybe not that.
Well,
Yeah,
speaking
like-
of shoot interviews, sort of, Jelly Roll has been on with the brilliant Chris Van Vliet, friend of the channel, of course, on his fantastic Insight podcast show, I suppose. It's also on YouTube. Check it out.
Big Sexy, I
Yeah.
call him, Chris Van Vliet.
And he was, talking about his SummerSlam match, of course, where he teamed with Randy Orton to take on Drew McIntyre and Logan Paul. Lost that match, had that awesome spot where he went through a table and then was like, I think I need to go to the back, but then came back valiantly, still lost the match, but I love that moment. I proper got into it from being a bit like, it's another celebrity in wrestling.
Yeah.
Come on, Jelly, you can do it! But apparently, the original plan was to have Jelly Roll and Randy Orton win that match, and Jelly Roll was the one who said, no, we should lose. So, he was talking about it on Chris Van Vliet's show and said, it was originally baby faces up. The day of, I've been dropping it on Shane Helms the whole time. Shane, I want to lose this match. And he was like, you got to take that all with them. I was like, cool. So I came down, it came down to me and Triple H talking about it right there at the ring that day. I said, you know what I'm coming to talk about? And he said, I want to hear it. And I gave it to him and he was like, all right.
Matthew McConaughey.
Yeah.
Matthew McConaughey.
He basically said it was an easy pitch because it was the right thing to do. He said, let's start the core values here. No celebrity has any business coming in and pinning a wrestler on their first run without some extreme circumstance. He suggests, for example, like maybe he could have won if like Orton RKO'd both of them and then just sort of put him on top, basically. He also said, plus I can always come back. I don't think any other celebrity ever really cared enough to think about the full angle through. I was also smart enough to be like, yo, I want to angle in. And I was like, I don't want to be remembered as the celebrity who did the thing. And then Triple H stopped me. He said, and then Jelly Roll says, this will probably be on Unreal because it was so gangster. He said, I will tell you this though. He said, Floyd Mayweather wanted to lose to the Big Show. I don't know if I should be sharing that, but he told me that and I thought it was cool. He also, by the way, in this interview, shouted out, I'm not going to hold too much against him, shout out, what wrestling culture? Close enough.
Yes.
And said, that UK guy is a hoot and a half.
Which UK guy?
Well, I assume
Simon,
he's talking about me, obviously, but
Yeah.
I sense, as Chris says, he's talking about Simon Miller because he is a fan of the channel. So thank you, Jelly
wrestling
Roll.
culture? I love
Indeed.
it. I love it. So Jelly Roll.
Roll Jelly, yeah. Carry on.
That's him. That's
You
him.
get our name wrong, we'll get your name wrong.
Big Jelly. He's an interesting thing for me because like I'm not like big in the. Obviously, he's a very successful musician.
Yeah.
It's not a world that, like, his style isn't quite one that I occupy, so I wasn't too familiar with him until he came into wrestling. But he's kind of gone from being someone I didn't really know that much about to someone I have all the respect in the world for this year. Because, first of all, right, weight loss is really hard, and he lost like 200 pounds
Fair play,
to get into shape for the wrestling, and to benefit his life and stuff. So number one, hats off, man. That's great. That's insane. And number two, he came into wrestling and he took it really seriously.
Yes.
He trained. He worked hard. He figured out what he needed to do, and he wants to do it again, which is great. Number three, he insisted that he lose. Because he didn't want to be the celebrity who came in and stole the spotlight and went, yeah, I won, but I beat this full-timer. He understood what this is about. And number four, in the match, he got his ass kicked in that match. It was basically Jelly Roll selling for about 15 minutes, right? So he gave out, choke slams, things like that. But
Logan Paul was really good in there as well.
He got his ass beat in that match, Jelly Roll. So I'm a huge Jelly Roll guy, man.
Me
This
too.
guy rules.
Like you say,
Good for him.
I'd heard of him and heard of his music, but it was always a bit like, And then, as you say, I think wrestling fans immediately sort of get their back up a little bit when it's like, a celebrity's gonna wrestle.
Oh, no.
But I certainly think in recent years, the blueprint has been written of, like you say, win or lose. I think it's good that he chose to lose, absolutely, here. And I like the fact that he was the driving force behind that.
Respects the
But
business.
just respect the goddamn business, man.
the business.
Commit to it, you can tell also, this wasn't his agent being like, oh yeah, we'd love to have Jelly Roll wrestle. He was a wrestling fan beforehand, he's a wrestling fan afterwards, and I'd love to see him back, to be honest.
He loves it. This
And we'd love to have him
rules.
on the channel if he
definitely.
join us.
Definitely. If there's a way we could get Jelly Roll on.
Get Jelly Roll and Simon Miller in the same room.
Oh my goodness gracious.
Yeah.
What are you doing in Vegas in April, man.
Oh!
Yeah, big
I
fan.
nearly met him. Allegedly, he was going to come to one of our Sweet Chin Disco shows. I think it was the Paris one. So good I didn't see him there. But yeah, see you in Vegas next year.
Legend. Let us know what you think of all this nonsense we've
What
spoken
a
about
wild
today.
news video this has been.
Crazy week. What a way to sum off the week. We will be back next week. Check out the video on your screen right now. We think you're going to love it. So does Alan, the rhythm.
The robot.
Algorithm.
Bye.
Yeah. Bye.